Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a passage taken in by Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Block on the give. It's Lindsay. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Block working out of the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It's 2nd and inches at the Steelers' 48-yard line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
At the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Steelers 17, Broncos 7.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Down by Michael O.J.
2nd and 5. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know from talking with scouts, one of the biggest question marks people had about Chase Claypool coming out, what they call his long speed. Just how fast was he in the 40-yard dash? He showed that he's plenty fast enough, coupled with a 6'4" body and a physical, strong stature. He's got a chance to be a star in this league.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 39 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And now it's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1. But how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year, he was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been the top 10 in the league in sacks for 2 straight seasons. Really, really difficult to block coming off the edge.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Complete to number 15.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before half for Locke. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On play action, Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw it is Locke. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Goal.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Pass complete.
From 8 yards out, and the Broncos cut into that lead.
Brendan McManus lining
That's a
up.
score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Ramon Smith on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke gonna throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down. From the gun, it's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Locke throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Locke. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. There he goes, left side. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Steelers 31, Broncos 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clock. Open man. He completes it to Judy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Judy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback. And in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demarius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Lock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now 3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Broncos 14. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And now here is another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
At the 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Block.
That's complete. Okuebunam.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
Okuebunam.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Joe Hayden.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And the Broncos first down.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
That's going to be caught by Judy. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A big offense. offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin.